Hello and welcome once again, everybody, to GKDR, Good Kraken's Death Ratio. I am your hostess with the mostest this evening, Garrick B. Eaton, aka the Vermilion Beard, and I am joined by my weekly partner in crime, as always, the lovely DJ Synfix. How are you?
What is good, man? I am doing good. I've just been chilling. Um, yeah, man, just been chilling all day. Dreading going to work tomorrow, but after that, I get two
As am
days
I.
off, so I should be
Ooh,
good, man.
back to backers.
Yeah,
Back
man.
to
Back
backers,
to
bro?
backers, bro. So
Hell yeah. Is that for any particular reason or do you just lucked out?
I just lucked out with the way it was scheduled. So, but then
Nice.
I gotta go to
Nice.
work, like over the weekend. So, so I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be like that. I too have to work over the weekend, so I understand your woes. But
mhm.
no after school Pokemon Club tomorrow.
mm,
So that means because
nice.
it's parent teacher conference, which means I will get to get home slightly earlier than normal because I'm not doing parent teacher conference shit this year,
Hell
which
yeah.
is crazy sick. So I will be home at like 3:30 tomorrow as opposed to like 6:30, which is that's big time. That's big time.
That's huge.
So yeah, looking forward to that. Probably just gonna fucking uh paint some more miniatures over here, or play some more World of Warcraft. Dude, I'm actually trying to play more video games. Like, I literally sat down and forced myself to play something for like 30 minutes yesterday before I went to
Mm.
bed, just so I could be like, I gamed. I did exactly the intro, or I redid the intro for fucking uh God of War Sons of Sparta because apparently uh I forgot to save the first the
No.
first time I played.
Jesus, man.
I lost like 2 hours of progress, which is my fault. I forgot to stop at a campfire. Was just like doing the thing where like I was just kept going, and like then I put the PlayStation in rest mode and then restarted it, but started a different game.
Mm.
And so I just closed Sons of Sparta without ever double checking that I saved, which is very unlike me actually. Usually I'm like the save every chance I get guy. Um but nope, this was not the time. So
Mhm.
yeah, I had to restart, which kind of sucked.
I feel that. I feel that.
But we are not talking about how it has to suck to restart video games. Not this time anyways. But we are talking, however, is more Evo, more Evo. Discord pumps the brakes. The cost of success at Sony, the Xbox you knew is dead, and much, much more because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio, where we are slashing, jeez Louise, through the podcast space to be your source for all of nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions you want to hear each and every week. If you want to get ahead of the curve, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Good Kraken Pods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. Yeah, yeah,
Hell yeah.
you can do that. You can
Hell
do
yeah.
that. Yeah, yeah. DJ,
Yes, sir.
please tell the people at home what we have next before we do anything else. We have just some small things.
We got some small
Mm-hmm.
things that hit pretty big. It's the critical hits.
Mm-hmm. It
So,
is critical hits, baby. We got some just a little upfront news about us and what's going on in our happenings and in the GK space. As always, please check out the Good Kraken website, goodkraken.com, for all of our merchandise and our latest episodes. We should, I believe, unless I am wholeheartedly misspoken, which I don't think I am, have a new piece of merch coming for GK Fest.
Oh yeah. We should have something
If I
cooking up for
recall,
you.
uh,
Something
I
cooking up for you.
recall we were doing something Songs of the Abyss D&D related, if I
Mm.
recall. Uh, but speaking of that, you can also check out our latest episode of Songs from the Abyss, episode 31, A Little Bit of Magic, which is available now on all of your favorite streaming platforms, including our website, which also has the latest episode of Shipwreck Show, uh, 206, episode 206 to be exact. Why we love being nerds. That is our kickoff episode for our 5th year anniversary, and we're deciding to keep things low key this year. We're not asking for donations. We're not doing any weird, crazy givebacks. We're just choosing to acknowledge that we've been doing this damned thing for a half a decade, and we're gonna go live by celebrating that anniversary by playing some RV There Yet with you all on Wednesday, the 25th, at our old traditional streaming time, which is 7 p.m. Pacific. We will we will of course be posting about this in our Discord channel as well, for you folks at home. And we'll be so everybody has the opportunity to join. We're really looking forward to anybody who might want to stop by and chat with us. And just hang out with us and remind us why we continue to do this fun little section of podcasts in our own little space of the internet over here. 20,000 Films will be back this week. No ifs, ands, or buts.
Yeah, gotta be back. Gotta be back
It's
now.
been decided. It will be back this week. What shape that may take, who knows? But it will return. And just know that we have not forgotten about our film and TV content. We are coming back at it with you guys very, very soon. And then, uh, yeah, that wraps it up. Please come
Mhm.
celebrate our 5th anniversary with us for our live stream. Just as that final little reminder. And yeah, this is GK Fest 2026. It's the year of a chill vibe because everybody needs a chill vibe right now. The world's too crazy to not have a chill vibe.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
so we're keeping it light and we're keeping it friendly. So join us.
Join up. Do it. Do it. Do it.
But let's get back to the things that y'all really care about and why you are here for the news and for the gaming things, all of the gaming things. So we're going to make sure we do what we do every single week for you guys, and we are going to line up the latest releases in our next segment, the line of sight.
Line aside. Whoa. Ying.
As always, this is brought to you completely unofficially by Game Informer because we just really like to use their website. And as always, we're happy that they are back. Let me scroll real quick. I scrolled too far. All right. Starting with, of course, February 24th and going through March, I do believe 3rd. Our next week of releases we got coming at y'all, starting with Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition,
Mm.
releasing on Switch 2, uh, February 24th. That's today, the time of this recording. Yesterday, for you guys who are listening to it at the regular time. We also have Fur Squadron Phoenix. That's kind of a hard name. On Switch, February 25th. Also, we have Reigns, The Witcher, on PC, iOS, and Android, February 25th. Tokyo Extreme Racer on PlayStation 5. An exclusive racer is crazy, actually. Also available on the 25th. Then moving into February 26th, we have No Sleep for Kaname Date from AI, The Somnium Files. Wow, it's the title. That's releasing on PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. Also releasing on the 26th, we have Spellcaster Chronicles releasing into early access on PC. We have the Disney Afternoon Collection releasing on Switch and Switch 2. And Tiny Garden releasing on Switch 2. Our final release for the 26th is the 1.0 full release of Towerborn, releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, and PC. That's a great little that is an interesting concept of a game. DJ, did you play it at all?
I did not, actually. I did not.
It was like a side-scrolling beat 'em up MMO RPG.
Yeah, that sounds crazy.
It was very weird. Not bad at all. Combat was super interesting. It's just like what if they took like Maple Story Light with like Castle Crashers? I don't know. I'm interested to play the full release of this. I played the early access of it on Game Pass and kind of really enjoyed my time with it. It was definitely like a turn your brain off sort of game. I'm interested to see what they've added since I played it last. But moving on to the 27th, where we have a fuck ton of games coming out. Actually, like so many. A lot of them are ports, but there's a lot. We have Fear Effect 2 Retro Helix releasing on PlayStation 5 for Switch and PC. We have Leysara Summit Kingdom releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC. We have the fuck? Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green releasing on Switch and Switch 2. Wait, hold on. DJ, will you quickly look to see if that is like an actual full release or if it's Nintendo Online bullshit?
Let me go look right
Because
here.
I genuinely want to know, because I will play the fuck out of some Leaf Green.
Switch.
I will dust off my Switch and charge that bitch right now.
I'm looking. Oh, digital only. I think.
Ugh, digital only. But full purchase though, or have to have Nintendo Online
it just says like you can just let me see. Are coming to Nintendo. These classic remakes, Pokemon Red and Green, will be available to download in Nintendo eShop after the conclusion of the Pokemon Presents beginning. Yeah. Blah blah blah. Players will be able to revisit the classic story with Red and Blue with the updated graphics you know and love. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about like acquire online. I think you can just buy it. $20 though. $20. 20. I don't know.
That's actually like that. I feel like that's reasonable, right? That's reasonable, right? $20.
I guess.
Right. I don't. Is it? Is it not? I don't know. I mean,
yeah, I would say so. You know, since they updated the graphics a little bit, but I mean, it's not like I don't know.
Yeah, but they didn't make it like full 3D, right? Like it's still sprites.
Yeah,
and
it's still
shit.
sprites. So I guess 20 is not bad.
That's not horrible. I don't know. That's not the worst thing that the Nintendo's put out. That's for sure. But interesting. Also coming out though, we do have Resident Evil 7 Biohazard coming out on Switch 2. We also have, of course, probably one of the biggest releases in February, Resident Evil Requiem, releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch 2, and PC on, again, reminder, February 27th. We have Resident Evil Village also getting ported to Switch 2 on February 27th. And we have Tales of Berseria Remastered coming to PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch, and PC. that does it for all of the February releases, bringing us right back to the start of March on February, or sorry, I literally fucked that up immediately after I said March. March 2nd, World of Warcraft's latest expansion, Midnight, releasing for PC and Mac. Super fucking excited for that. Naughty Gnomes releasing on PC March 3rd. Been seeing clips of that. We also have the remastered Legacy of Kain Defiance releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, Switch 2, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC March 3rd. And of course, we have Scott Pilgrim EX releasing on PlayStation 5, Series XS, PlayStation 4, Switch, and PC. Wrapping up our releases for the next week in accordance to what Game Informer has listed. As always, folks, this is not an all-encompassing list of games releasing in the next week. There are always indies available that we don't know about, Steam sales and shadow drops and all sorts of crazy releases. Let us know if you have anything that you're looking forward to that we didn't mention here today in the comments below, because we always love to learn about new games. I particularly am very, very indie forward and love getting into that shit. So please tell us about it if you have a game you're excited about that's not listed in the big bad websites on the upcoming releases. But we can keep the ball right on a rolling. DJ, please tell the folks at home what we are talking about next.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got little bites. Little bites.
Little bites.
Little bites.
Little bites.
Lobotomites.
Little bites. We have some news that we would like to recap with you guys. There's lots been happening in the gaming space. We went from no news to suddenly news. And we've been talking about recaps on rundowns and talking reviews with you guys for the last couple of weeks in our latest episodes. So we're taking some time to catch up on some important things that have changed or kind of gone down that we would like to let you know about in the gaming and interweb space. Yeah. Without further ado, I will take us away reading this first little blurb here of Little Bytes. Sony shuts down Blue Point Games, studio notably behind the PlayStation 5 Demon Souls remake, Shadow Colossus, and Uncharted Nathan Drake Collection, PlayStation 4 remake and remaster collectively. Full details about this shutdown are available at Push Square from Robert Ramsey. Wow. Super successful studio that was actually just prior to this also very openly working on a God of War live action game. Or live service game, excuse me. And you know, that got canceled. So they were actively pitching products and ideas to try to figure out what their future was, and apparently it's just that they don't fucking have one.
Yeah.
Like, big woof. Big fucking woof. What the fuck are we doing, Sony? Like, why shut down one of your most successful remake studios? Like, they've clearly brought things in for you guys and been successful. Like, obviously the Nathan Drake remaster collection, successful. Like Demon Souls remake, successful. Shadow of Colossus, successful.
Maybe
None
we
of
don't
those
know what
projects
their
lost
margins
money.
they were expecting. Maybe.
Dude, they must have been operating under some really tight parameters. If several knockouts like that weren't able to keep them afloat over the years. And unfortunately, that seems to be the nature of the fucking business these days. Everybody's just willing to get the axe. And god damn. This sucks. But this is a very interesting pivot as Sony, continues to double down in their investment in Bungie and Destiny and the upcoming marathon projects, while reporting profit. Uh, but apparently not enough because this studio is no more.
Mm,
So yeah, that's a bummer. That's a big bummer. Again, if you guys want to hear the full details about that shutdown, that is available over at Push Square from Robert Ramsey.
mm,
Uh, I am going to take this second one as well, just because I want you to kind of lead the final little bit of news because that's way more your wheelhouse than it is mine. But piggybacking off of a couple of episodes ago, where Ernell sat in because DJ was unfortunately unable to be here, and we talked about the wild fucking age verification rollout that Discord whew, was planning to start in March. But Discord is delaying that new age verification rollout, cuts ties with Persona, the age verification company, not the video game franchise, uh, and is looking to roll out more options or different options for age verification in the future. Full details on this are available at discord.com from Stanislav Vinevsky. He is an exec over at Discord, and it's a really long post, way more than I am going to read here for you guys right now. But I still think this is a very very important piece of news to touch on. We had discussions behind closed doors as to whether or not we were going to stay using Discord if this went through. Um,
mm-hmm.
we had the discussion of, oh fuck, there isn't nowhere else to go if this goes through.
Yeah.
like,
Like we were like,
um,
ah, shit. Like TeamSpeak's not that great. The UI,
like
like they tried to change it.
there's just so much that leans to Discord being a necessity at the moment because other spaces don't currently exist that serve all of the purposes that it currently does. That I think myself and probably everybody in the GK community. I won't speak for DJ because he's obviously sitting here right here with me, but we're all probably all very happy that this got delayed.
Yeah,
Uh, because there was no reason for this,
dude. It
especially
genuinely,
because
there's
like
no
there were so
reason,
many red flags, so many
bro.
red flags
Dude,
behind
I
this.
I saw on Twitter and in all these Twitter posts of because you know how the UK had their like some their age restricted stuff for certain media. So you'd have to like show a picture of yourself into like the camera, but they've been fooling it with like I forgot who what mock-up of whatever character. Um I forget what the character was. It's a video game
Oh
character.
damn. I think yes. I think I also saw the I do not know the video game character, but I know the clip you're referring to.
Yeah, they're like they gotta like scan their face and shit, and they've been using like video game characters and renders to like escape the age verification stuff. Um,
Yeah,
which
dude.
which is really funny. I think that's probably what people would have to do. I would probably have done that, just like show a
Oh
picture of
yeah.
like
Oh
some random
yeah,
shit.
dude. I would have fucking literally. I would have literally taken a fucking like age filtered version of me on fucking Snapchat or some shit and been like, here, like fuck off, like just some ridiculously like altered, edited version of myself.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah. This is I'm so grateful that not only did they chose to delay this, but they're just like we're also dissolving that partnership because they were in the Epstein files and have ties to Israel and have ties to
dude, they
and have ties
genuinely
to
they saw
government security
they were
agencies.
seeing
It
like
was all bad.
they were seeing like bro like they were seeing like the oh dude the stock is gonna drop like crazy. Let's get
Oh,
back out right now.
it was almost instant fucking taneous outcry when they made this announcement. Everybody
Mhm.
was just like, what the fuck are you doing? Do you think we're Roblox? Get out of here with this shit.
Absolutely, dude. You just gotta get the fuck out.
Yeah, this is a blessing. We'll see how long they continue to pivot in the right direction. They could immediately 180 and go back to doing stupid ass shit, because businesses be businessing. Um, but we'll hope that they now have their consumer base a little bit more at the forefront of their decision making processes.
Mhm.
Uh, if nothing for their own bottom line, because
Absolutely.
I will cancel my Nitro so fast. Um, but we do have one more bit of news before we talk about our big weighty bit. Not to say that this isn't weighty, because I do think this affects an entire fucking gaming community. But DJ, what is this last bit of news?
Sir, we got Evo to expand to more than 10 events worldwide each year by 2027, includes local support and the Fighting Game World Championships. This was from Evo themselves. Um,
Yep, at
at
evo.gg
at
if you want to check that out.
evo.gg if you want to check that out. In an article that looks very AI chat GPT generated. Um,
Woo, yeah, no, it was actually really tough to read.
yeah. So since there's been news, Evo has been in partnership with the Saudi Arabian company called RTS. I forget what it stands for, but
Yeah, me too, actually.
it was a it's not real time strategy, not that RTS, but
No.
they've been in partnership, and now RTS has is fully Evo is fully owned by RTS now. So
Yep.
Evo is
Which is
in
it's a Saudi Arabian mega corporation.
yeah
Like, it's a
mega
conglomerate of corporations.
yeah with the kind of the Prince of Saudi Arabia being at the forefront of that, funding a lot of this stuff. He's been
Which is just crazy. Like,
yeah
that sort of private investment. Like, god damn it,
he's been
feels
spending a
it feels
ton
scummy. It feels
ton of money.
wrong.
Yeah, he's been spending a ton of money. He's been. Have you guys ever heard of the Esports World Cup? If you're into the other like major esports, League of Legends, Counter Strike, Rainbow Six, you've most likely have heard of Esports World Cup. That is run by RTS. They've been kind of like going hand in hand. Evo being the Evolution fighting game series, which is a big tournament every year in Las Vegas. Has to be in Las Vegas. It is where all the top fighting games and like that. This is the one to win. This is the Super Bowl for fighting games. There's historically only been two Evos, Evo Japan and then Evo Vegas. And Evo Vegas is the one where you kind of spurs to go to. Last year they introduced Evo France with the plan of bringing Evo France again and Evo Singapore this year for 2026. But now, uh, since the news came out about RTS owning Evo, they're saying they put out the statement saying, "Hey, we want to bring Evo to other regions around the world." So, then in the article they say some new locations include Brazil, Morocco, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, and China, with the goal
Yeah, they just
of
encompass the entire Middle East in their event calendar. It
yeah
literally just says Middle East.
Middle East, and with the so basically have 9 Evos by 2027, and the Evos kind of coalesce into a I guess Super Evo, which we don't know where the location is. It's going to be called the Fighting Game World Championship. So I'm guessing however you do in these different Evos, um that will determine
That's gonna be have to such a crazy structured event, because they're
yeah
gonna have to represent specifically the highest caliber, and we're gonna have to get like they're gonna have to get like great. They're gonna get like all the fighting games. Like everything will have to be represented here on like a professional level. Like
Yeah.
if anybody gets the shaft, it's going to feel bad. Like we like Mortal Kombat, Tekken, Street Fighter,
Well,
Virtua,
there
like
it's always
all of
gonna be
those are
there.
required.
It's all gonna be there. It's not that I don't think the problem is the representation of these games. I I think the gripe is, well, if you think about 9 Evos in a year, that is like 9 months out of the 12 that there's an Evo happening somewhere, which is great. Like this is a lot of people have been complaining about the kind of prestige of Evo kind of losing its luster because of there's so many Evos in that will be in 2027. But it's great that Morocco, Brazil, China, all those regions that the players are just like they just can't spend the money to go to Evo Vegas or Evo Japan or even Evo Europe. Um, so I'm glad that they're getting some Evos and we get to
Absolutely.
see what type of talent is being brought up in there. But at the same time, the reason why people have slowly been not going to Evo, especially Evo Vegas here in the States, one, because of the Saudi Arabian thing. Two, it costs a lot.
It's an
I
expensive event to attend
it's expensive event to attend. The pass to compete ran, I think, from $300 to $400. 200, 250 to 300 if you do early bird registration. And that's just the pass. Like that's just the pass to get in. That's not including plane ticket, hotel room, parking, or if you rent a car, maybe spending money on art. So it's like it used to be like Evo was kind of like the mecca for fighting games. Like that was like if you can make at least one in your lifetime, like that'd be great.
Yeah, you would go.
Um, but now it's like there's Evo everywhere, and at the same time, the criticism is how much is it gonna cost? Like, is it gonna be the same amount of pricing for Singapore, Morocco, Brazil? Um, because then it kind of defeats the point of having those events there in the first place because they're not going to be able to afford to go. Maybe what I'm saying, or the majority of people won't be able to afford to go. And then now you're
Hmm.
shelling in money for an event that might not get a lot of people because the pricing. Um, it sucks. It really sucks. And like I just if the prices don't drop, what I'm saying, for like these events since they're doing like 9 of them in the year, um then
So
it just
many. That's
there's no
so many
point.
events. And the thing is this is just Evo. This does not include any other fighting game event at all.
Yeah, it's just Evo.
Which
And
there are so many other good ones, not
yeah,
just Evo.
there's so many great ones around the world. And at the same time, Evo, like with that fighting game world championship thing, they're kind of doing like the esports world cup thing,
Hmm.
where but instead now they're using Evo as kind of like the points racking system, their own like I guess sanctioned events, right? To where like if you don't compete at the Evo, you won't have like enough points to represent yourself at the fighting game world championship to get in. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of esports have this kind of system, like where there's like events throughout the year that are sanctioned by the creators of the game or the esports departments of those games to be like, okay, you can earn points on this event, you can earn points with this tournament, and those points will tally up, and then you get to go to the big major event, the major world championship at the end of the season. So I'm guessing that's what they're doing with Evo right now, but I wonder how that's going to conflict with these different games. These different fighting games have different esports systems. Tekken has a Tekken World Tour and they have their own points, and the locals have to apply to the Bandai Namco Esports using a form to register their event, and they have to have a certain amount of entrants, so they can classify their event as a Tekken Dojo event, which people can gain points from. Um, and every event throughout the year has to go through that process. So I'm wondering if, of course, like, Evo has always been a part of TWT as like one of the big major events that get you a lot of points, depending on your placement. But I wonder, how is that going to coincide with, um, the Evo points? You know what I'm saying? Like, should I compete for Tekken World Tour, which might pay me 100,000, or am I going to compete for the Fighting Game World Championship that might shell out 5 million? You know what I mean?
Dude,
So it just kind of,
no,
and
dude,
that's just for one example of
it's
a
gonna
game.
create like this division in players, the player base too, like because at some point your skill level's not going to matter, and your ability to be able to pay for your entry fee is what's going to get you into these tournaments, and that defeats the purpose.
Yeah, and it happened this last year with EWC, with Esports World Championship, Esports World Cup. Sorry,
Hmm.
Esports World Cup. The guys who got second place or even third place, I think the guy, he won more money than you would win if you won Tekken World Tour. I'm pretty sure either second or third place,
That's
and
insane.
and that, EWC happens like once in a year, and at the same time, I think they're the ones who are doing the Esports World Cup, or no, sorry, Esports Hall of Fame. Like, they're
Mm.
the ones who are doing that, so that's all controlled. So do you want to like have your legacy? You have to go to EWC to like solidify your legacy, and it's very scary how all this is controlled by one conglomerate or one country even. It's very like, the future for Evo is not looking good, and I already had many talks with many of my friends and colleagues about this, and we're like, yeah, no one's gonna go to Evo. Like, if you go to Evo, hopefully you get paid to go. If they ask you to work Evo,
Yeah,
hopefully you
dude,
get paid to go.
holy.
So, yeah, but
Things
man,
just a changing over at Evo, for better or for worse in the long run.
hmm
We'll see. But holy shit. Speaking of for better or for worse in the long run, uh we have some huge news in the gaming space that we would like to discuss with you guys tonight. Uh and we are going to do so by having our Endgame
end game. Hell
discussion.
yeah.
Tonight, we are going to be filling you guys in on the IGN exclusive article that was released but 4 days ago on February 20th. This was written by Ryan McCaffrey. Um, DJ, I do hate to put you on the spot, but I'm looking at the length of this article, and you're probably going to get through it faster than I am.
All right, I got you. I got you.
But if you need me to tag in, let me know.
No, I got you. I
But
got you.
the article reads: Phil Spencer retiring, Sarah Bond out, Matt Booty promoted as Microsoft AI exec, and Asha Sharma named new Xbox boss. Again, this was an IGN exclusive article written on February 20th by Ryan McCaffrey. DJ, take it away.
Yeah, Spencer's run with Xbox ends just months shy of the brand's 25th anniversary. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer, who has been at Microsoft since he joined as an intern in 1988 and with Xbox since the software giant launched its first console in 2001, is retiring. Sources familiar with the matter, who are not authorized to speak publicly, confirmed to IGN Spencer's retirement is effective on Monday, February 23rd, which was yesterday.
Damn, he
Meanwhile,
already gone.
he's
Out.
gone. Meanwhile, Xbox President Sarah Bond, long thought by many both inside and outside of Microsoft to be Spencer's heir apparent, has resigned as well. The new CEO of Microsoft Gaming will be ASHA Sharma, currently the president of Microsoft's core AI product. Finally, Xbox Game Studios head Matt Booty is being promoted to Chief Content Officer and will work closely with Sharma. Quote, I want to thank Phil for this extraordinary leadership and partnership, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella said in an email sent to Microsoft staff. Quote, over 38 years at Microsoft, including 12 years leading gaming, Phil helped transform what we do and how we do it. End quote. Full emails from Nadella, Spencer, Sharma, and Booty are below. Spencer in this email to Microsoft staff said in part, quote, last fall, I shared with Satya that I was thinking about stepping back and starting the next chapter of my life. From that moment, we aligned on approaching this transition with intention, ensuring stability, and strengthening the foundation we've built. Xbox has always been more than a business. It's a vibrant community of players, creators, and teams who care deeply about what we build and how we build it. And it deserves a thoughtful, deliberate plan of the road ahead, for the road ahead. Today marks an exciting new chapter for Microsoft Gaming as ASHA Sharma steps into the role of CEO, and I want to be the first to welcome her to this incredible team. Working with her over the past several months has given me tremendous confidence. She brings genuine curiosity, clarity, and a deep commitment to understanding players, creators, and the decisions that shape our future. We know this is an important moment for our fans, partners, and team, and we're committed to getting it right. I'll remain in an advisory role through the summer to support a smooth handoff. End quote. Sharma is a former VP of product and engineering at Meta and former Instacart COO who is also a board member of the Home Depot. She joined Microsoft in 2024. In her email to Microsoft staff, she wrote in part, quote, my first job is simple. Understand what makes this work and protect it. That starts with 3 commitments. First, great games. Everything begins here. We must have great games beloved by players before we do anything. Unforgettable characters, stories that make us feel, innovative gameplay, and creative excellence. We will empower our studios, invest in iconic franchises, and back bold new ideas. We will take risks. We will enter new categories and markets where we can add real value, grounded in what players care about most. I promoted Matt Booty in honor of this commitment. He understands the craft and the challenges of building great games, has led teams that deliver award-winning work, and has earned the trust of game developers across the industry. Second, the return of Xbox. We will recommit to our core Xbox fans and players, those who have invested with us for the past 25 years, and to the developers who build the expansive universes and experiences that are embraced by players across the world. We will continue our roots with a renewed commitment to Xbox, starting with console, which has shaped who we are. It connects us to players and fans who invest in Xbox and to the developers who build ambitious experiences for it. Gaming now lives across devices, not within the limits of any single piece of hardware, and we expand across PC, mobile, and cloud. Xbox should feel seamless, instant, and worthy of the communities we serve. We will break down barriers so developers can build once and reach players everywhere without compromise. Third, future of play. We are witnessing the reinvention of play. To meet the moment, we will invent new business models and new ways to play by leaning into what we already have. Iconic teams, characters, and worlds that people love. But we will not treat those worlds as static IP to milk and monetize. We will build a shared platform and tools that empower developers and players to create and share their own stories. As monetization and AI evolve and influence this future, we will not chase short-term efficiency or flood our ecosystem with soulless AI slop. Games are and always will be art crafted by humans and created with the most innovative technology provided by us. End quote.
I want to pause you right there really quick before we get into
Yeah.
Booty's email and kind of breathe a little bit on Spencer and Sharma's email. Um, dude, it sounds like she's saying all of the right things, right?
Yeah.
But that that doesn't sit right. Does that not? It doesn't sit right with me. That it doesn't feel like this does feel like a very corporate email, right? Like and at the end of the day, I I have a hard time believing these commitments from this person the same way I might have at one point believed those commitments from Phil because of the resume that he had. Her resume speaks to a very different kind of business and culture. Like her like right like she's
Like if this
still
came
at
from
the
Booty, I would have been
currently
like, all right, cool,
involved.
Booty. Yeah, like
Yeah,
this.
because we know him, right? Like, but this as far as her being a public facing individual to us as players and consumers, uh, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, and not to, and this is not to like be on that bandwagon of just dogging her because there's a
But
hugely
I am no, yeah, no.
yeah,
But
like
I am skeptical
yeah, no, but I'm
of
let me
of
finish.
this.
Let me finish. I'm going different. I'm different area with it. I'm not calling you out. I'm saying to not be on the bandwagon because there's a lot of misogynistic comments towards her because gamers are just misogynistic because it's woke. She like we are skeptical that she hasn't really played video games from our knowledge. She has not played any video
Oh,
games
dude.
or
Oh.
have any
Why the
experience
fuck?
have any experience
Oh
in the
my
field,
god.
but clearly she's accomplished in the business
A lot.
space,
A lot.
accomplished a lot with Instacart, Home Depot, whatever,
Dude, I
Meta.
had not considered I wasn't thinking about this person's gender at all.
Yeah, but as soon as the news broke, you already know what happened. Um,
I hate that I hate that yeah, now that you bring that up, I was like, yeah, that is how probably a lot of people reacted. But my first thought
was like
was
the core AI. You're
is
like,
this
whoa, whoa,
person
whoa,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I was like core AI and is this person going to respect and love the brand the same way that Phil did?
yeah. The email that Phil sent out as PR-ish as it was, um, I'm surprised that he put out a statement like that. He's confident in ASHA, so I guess
I
it
want
makes
to
me
give
feel like
him the
just like
benefit
I
of the
want to give
doubt.
him the benefit. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'll believe you, Phil. But the worst part about this is the wrench in this is Sarah Bond resigning. None of
Yeah. That doesn't feel
none of the
good. That
emails
doesn't feel good.
we've read so far have mentioned her name at all.
Yeah, man. And she was a huge part of what was like Spencer's legacy.
Yeah.
Uh
Like she's there in the showcases. She seemed to be like in the article says, she's supposed to be heir apparent. Like if Spencer left, we got Sarah Bond and we'll be fine. Like Sarah Bond can steer the ship, and we have confidence in Bond to steer the ship as as gamers and not as like fucking man children on the internet complaining about women. Um, and she's a woman of color too, Asha as well. So you already know the conversation steered so fast into the right, into the wrong space. But that's why we're here. We're here to talk with some nuance and with brains and respect. Um, so let's continue. Yeah, yeah.
it's
Go ahead.
also important to note that um there is not an email in here from
Sarah did not say, "Oh,
Sarah
I
at all.
joined my time."
There is no
Nothing.
email. Just like I'm resigning. And like that does speak to
Let's get into it
there
after.
is
Let's
there's
get into it
something. Yeah,
after
there's
because
something there.
because
We'll keep going.
I
We'll keep
we
going.
can theory craft more. But this next portion of the article to get back on track is Booty's email, and then the rest of the article written by Ray. or Ryan McCaffrey. Sorry, Ryan McCaffrey. So Booty said in his email to Microsoft staff, quote, looking forward, I'm excited to partner with ASHA as our next CEO. Our first conversation centered on her commitment to making great games and the role that plays in our overall success. She asks questions, pushes for clarity, and wants our choices grounded in player and developer needs. That mindset matters as the industry around us is changing quickly. How players engage, how games are made, and how business models and platforms evolve. We have good reasons to believe in what's ahead. This organization and its franchises have navigated changes for decades, and our strength comes from teams who know how to adapt and keep delivering. That confidence is grounded in a strong pipeline of established franchises, new bets we believe in, and clear player demand for what we are building. End quote. Oh, now Bond is mentioned in this article. Bond joined Xbox in 2017 following a stint as an executive at T-Mobile. This after both her parents worked in the telecom industry. As Xbox corporate VP of Biz Dev and Partnerships, she became corporate VP of Game Creator Experience and Ecosystem after that before being named president of Xbox in 2022. Spencer was named head of Xbox in March 2014 when he was tasked with righting a ship that had made a new number of product choices and policy decisions that rubbed core gamers the wrong way in the run-up to the launch of the Xbox One in fall of 2013. Long hailed by gamers as being one of their own, Spencer could frequently be found on Xbox Live, playing games regularly with fellow Xbox gamers and racking up a healthy gamer score. His first major move when he was put in charge was decoupling the Kinect 2.0 peripheral from the Xbox One package, thus immediately reducing the new console's price by $100 to $399, matching the day one price of Sony's PlayStation 4. He spearheaded the much heralded backwards compatibility movement within Xbox. The Xbox Game Pass service was born under his watch, and accessibility made major advances during his tenure in both hardware and software. Xbox Play Anywhere, which sought to let gamers play their Xbox games on any device, be it a PC, console, or handheld, isn't new, but it has been a big recent focal point. And that kind of ends the article, like right there. Or kind of. Or do we continue to go like
We don't. We can kind of stop there, honestly. Like the rest is more opinion bases on people's tenure, and their time at specific or other statements from CEOs about Microsoft specifically. But we kind of wanted to focus on
Oh
the
yeah, it just
gaming
looks like
space
he just
portion of
pasted
this.
the emails that
Yeah, it's more it's like it's more executive emails. Like there's one from like Microsoft CEO, and a few other like tidbits. But and then Ryan's last thoughts. And a couple of small updates. But
Mhm.
we understand what this announcement. We understand the core of this announcement, right? And it's a huge. It's shifting. And a lot of people don't feel great about it.
Mhm.
For a lot of reasons, right? Like Core AI came up. Anything related to someone's gender, I completely disregard. That's not a real complaint or
Yeah.
criticism. Right? Like that shit's get the fuck out of my face with that. Right? But AI core, like that's a huge concern. The lack of communication from Sarah Bond, uh, and what that looks like, and like their sudden resignation alongside Spencer's retirement. Us just not having that that rapport on for a lack of a better term with ASHA to understand whether or not they're going to be um an individual in charge of this brand that in the same way that we feel it needs to be handled. But case in point, though, Spencer in his later time at Xbox wasn't always making the best choices either, right? Game Pass is $30 a month right now. Console prices are going up. Again, not his fault directly, but things happening under his tenure, right? Uh, the newer Xbox compatibility stuff like the Asus ROG, are wildly expensive, right? Xbox is not making great choices. They're making interesting ones and sometimes confusing ones with their exclusivity packages or non-exclusivity packages. It's very strange when and how and why they choose to port games and how long that exclusivity lasts, in such a way that people who own both ecosystems don't know which product they should be purchasing first. Because sometimes it's releasing hand in hand, like Fable. Sometimes it's releasing just shy of a year later, like Avowed. Sometimes it's 3 years later, like Horizon Forza 5. We don't understand what Xbox is doing, so we're questioning whether Xbox understands what Xbox is doing. And this is all immediately called into question when the person that we used to know and love in charge of this company is retiring. We knew that was coming down the lane, right? But this does feel a little sudden. Uh again, the Cerebon thing, like, that's super duper fishy.
Yeah, like
Super duper. That is the
fact
fishiest
that's like
thing of this whole
like
thing.
the under like that undercuts like so many things. Like it just she just left, like she just resigned. No statement, no
Gone.
nothing.
Like, I need more on that particular piece,
Like
and
I
that,
wonder,
even with updates, is
like
omitted
it's not
from
even
this
like, oh,
bit of
I'm
news.
retiring. I just don't feel passion, or like I'm not interested in the gaming space anymore. Like, and we get nothing, like nothing.
Just
Like I wonder what's
ghost.
going on internally. Like the way this decision was made. Like maybe they considered ASHA for this promotion instead of Sarah, and maybe that's like the reason why. Like Phil said, he's still gonna be there working with her like through the summer to advise her, like,
Right.
and then like immediately Ash has been making moves. I will say, my earlier comment about her not playing video games. She does play video games. Um
Yeah.
she's been on Twitter.
She's in stuff.
She's been
Yeah,
on
she's answered
Twitter.
questions online,
Yeah,
right?
she's been answering questions on Twitter and like responding to uh backlash. But she's been like headstrong in being like, yeah, like I'm hearing you guys out. I want to build Xbox, make it let's focus on great games. I'm not going to use AI. She even like posted, so I am writing my own post. Someone accused her of being an AI like Twitter account, and she replied with beep boop. Um, uh, so I want to give her the benefit of the doubt. Um, uh, I think she made a post like, "What's your favorite? Like, give me your top three
Hey,
favorite
top
games."
three.
And she says for her it's Halo, Valheim, and GoldenEye. Um, which isn't like like a
Those
typical
Halo.
like top three.
Yeah, no, that's not. Yeah, I would be good for you. Think Valheim's one of the greatest games of all time? Fucking more power to you.
More power to you,
Uh,
but like you know what I'm saying. And then
but like
also
those are
she's
like,
like
yeah,
talking about Chrono
those are some like
Trigger.
actor type picks. Like, what are your top three movies? And then like they list some shit that like only other actors watch, right? Like, so I got to give credit where credit's due. Not everybody knows and plays about Valheim, right?
Yeah. So and then she said like again in another someone referenced like Chrono Trigger is their favorite game, and she says she's played it and asked them, have you done every ending? So she might know ball. She might know ball. Like you know what I mean? It's it's not that she doesn't know ball. It's just like all this
Right,
thing
like
that comes
I
with.
need to know how much ball she
Yeah,
knows,
how
right?
much
Like,
ball
what are
does
we
she
who
know?
what are we getting into here? Yeah, it's like I have concerns, right? Like, I'm not immediately turned off by this. I'm still personally boycotting Xbox because I'm mad with their business decisions, but not a single individual representing the company, because I know that that's not how businesses work, right? And I might and these individuals might be the ones delivering us news that we don't necessarily enjoy, but they're not always the single decision making factor. And just because she is the CEO does not mean she is the numero uno only driving force in what makes Xbox going forward, right? That there is significance in Matt Booty being where he is in his new promotion, right? There is still a board, right? They still have a player base that at the end of the day they are beholden to on some level. And we did prove by like basically canceling millions of I think they lost like 300,000 like Game Pass subscriptions in like a week when they
Mm,
announced that price hike. Like
yeah.
it was fucked. So like they do understand that we are willing to just be like and stop supporting their shit. And I'll do it with anybody, right? Like if PlayStation pisses me the fuck off tomorrow, right? Like if their shit's like, yeah, $30 a month, I'll be like, I'll cancel your shit too, motherfuckers. Test me, right? Like I have a PC now and the internet's free.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's man, I just it's definitely like everything he's like if Sarah didn't leave, right? Didn't just resign out of nowhere.
Yeah, we'd be. I think everybody just be like, "Oh yeah, Sarah's in charge now." I think it would have been most people would have just generally accepted it
Yeah,
without
like
with
we'll have
very little
Asha
pushback.
Sharma as like this like CEO. You know what I'm saying? Like if they wanted her
Yeah,
at the CEO position and like handle the business aspect, and then Sarah can really just like focus on Xbox. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
that's all
Like,
we got.
uh, but the immediate resignation. So I'm guessing that Sarah's like I can only theory craft. Sarah may have wanted that position a lot more than you know what I'm saying, or like even in Ryan's article, it was like she was supposed to be heir apparent, like she's supposed to be next up after Phil, because Phil can't be running the ship forever. You know what I mean? So we've seen like lately a lot of developers kind of just like feel burnt out, or like leads of these gaming companies start to whittle away, like either they've either passed away or considered resigning or retiring. um so it's not surprising Phil decides to like step down, but it is surprising that Sarah also like just left. um because like she just left, like she's not sticking around to help no transition, like she's just gone. No word, no nothing, skip
Apparently,
town.
she has posted something on LinkedIn and shared a couple of small things in like the last like 48 hours. Uh, has like actually started to finally break the silence. Um,
Yeah, I wonder what the
let's see
meetings are
here.
like with her, man. Like there's got to be some reason. um but I guess a more positive way to look at this, because the article mentions Ryan mentioned that she joined up from Xbox, following her stint at T-Mobile, and her parents were in the telecom business, but she seemed to have a passion for games. I bet when Sarah Bond joined, I
Dude,
mean, I'm sure,
watch Sony scoop her up.
dude, imagine, um, um, but I was gonna say like I'm pretty sure maybe people had doubts when Sarah joined. It's like, oh, she came from T-Mobile. What does she know
Yeah,
about video
and
games?
people started to really enjoy like her, right?
Yeah,
And
like she had to
community response was good.
build up those the respect from all the people at Xbox within the company and outside of the company. So, um, yeah, everyone thought like Sarah was gonna take over after Phil, but yeah, dude, it's just weird. It would be a crazy power move if she just went to PlayStation, or to went to Sony. Just like how my Reggie from Nintendo just like picked up Xbox or not Xbox, GameStop. Um,
Yeah, it was just like, all right, I'm gonna do this now. Dude, it's. I think there's a lot that we need to wait and see on this. Obviously, um, like resume just needs to unfold a little bit more. And I'm not necessarily talking about like their business pedigree. Like that's apparent all over these articles and these emails. Like I want to know what sort of gamer they are, and because that matters to somebody who's in charge of an industry who has been gamer first as a motto for the better part of a decade. Um, so um, we're sorry to see you go, Phil. You had a great run with some crazy, interesting choices at the end of your career, for better and for worse. Sarah, I hope you make the best of your career. Apparently, she just felt like it was a good time.
Yeah, maybe.
Whatever
It's like,
that
well,
whatever that
I'm
means.
not. If Phil's not there, I'm not there. So maybe it was like in
Exactly.
solidarity.
And so it was one of those things. We wish her the best. ASHA Sharma, congratulations. Don't let us down. That's all I'm gonna say.
Please don't let us down. Oh
Just
man,
don't let us down. Like help us help us put a little bit of faith back on the Xbox
like
name.
look. I have to say this
You've got
as
some good games coming out this year.
as a fellow like a different ethnic background. I'm like brown people have always been discriminated against. You know what I'm saying? And like people racist towards brown people. But they're not having a good rap right now. Cash Patel being the head of the FBI is not helping anyone's case. So if you fuck this up, you're in that list with him. You're in that list with him, dude.
You need the W.
We need these W's, man. The brown people need W's right now, okay? Brown people, please. I'm with y'all, okay?
Yes.
We're with y'all if you're with us.
We are with y'all.
We are with y'all if you're with us,
please,
man.
Don't make us regret this.
No, please, man.
Like,
please, man.
For real.
Brown people's stocks have gone down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like
we understand the scrutiny that you're under, okay?
Yeah.
But
please don't make it worse for yourself.
The rich half of y'all are making the rest of y'all look not so great.
Not great, man. And it's not because y'all are brown that you're doing that, but you know what I'm saying? It's the world that
Yeah. Damn it.
Yeah, so it's like,
but
so just don't
at the end of the day, we're here for you. We want the dub. We want the dub. We're on the same team. We want the dub for Xbox. Okay,
same team.
Okay,
same team, man.
Now, I stand by what I said at the very beginning of the episode. The Xbox, I keep looking around for my fucking camera's at. The Xbox that is dead. It's
gone. Dead and gone.
It's going to culturally change. Bond and Phil Spencer leaving, it's too big of a shift. You are going to notice a different tone in the company in the next fiscal year. It will shift. You will feel it as a consumer, as a player, right? As a fan. Okay? Hopefully it's a shift for the better. That's yet to be seen, but that's all we can hope for at this point, right?
Yeah, that's all we can really hope for.
And with that being said, please let us know what you think about Spencer's retiring, Bond's resignation, Matt Booty's promotion, and ASHA Sharma's new Xbox boss promotion. Lots of announcements, lots of big shifts in the community. Let us know how you feel about those. Hopefully, you're of the same mindset that's not. If you're going to share anything even remotely bigoted, don't fucking do it. Yeah, otherwise, this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your source for all of the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions you want to hear each and every week. If you've liked what you've heard, you can head on over to our Patreon at patreon.com/Good Kraken Pods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining our community on our Discord channel, which we're keeping, yay! by clicking that link in our description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have got to go, everyone, but until next time,
Games. I like games. You like games?
we like games.
We love games.